gonna say goodbye, no. Never gonna say goodbye, no.
So I'll say, for example, flight plan, and then you will come back and say received and reviewed. Okay.
Yep.
And now, usually it's the co-pilot that reads off the checklist, and the pilot that does the actual checks, which is why we're doing it this way, because you will be flying today.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so weather conditions.
Checked. Nice and sunny.
Yep, clear. Well, you say clear. A little bit cloudy. Clear. I believe view is about 20 kilometers. Yeah. So then after you've said that, you'd say checked. So external walk around is which we're going to be doing now. Like I said, second lesson will focus a lot more on this. We'll just go through some quick ones. Tire pressure down there. Just the wings, flaps, you know what I mean, aviators and whatnot.
The ailerons, yeah.
Ailerons.
Ailerons, that's it. The ailerons are fine. We got
the
there.
ailerons are over here. At the end, sorry, they're over there. We've got flaps here. They're all good. We've got his elevators over here. Yeah, this is what you want to use the torch for. Obviously, it is sunny, but at the same time, there is quite a bit of shadow at this side. So you want to make sure you get right to the top, make sure there's no scratches or any sort of body
Looks
damage, things like
Looks
that.
fine on the underneath.
Okay, just move the elevators up and down slightly.
Bring her in, Dave.
You got to make sure that they can wiggle a little bit.
Alright.
Good. Now fuel levels. Once you've checked all this, make sure you give the tyres a kick in, feel with your fingers, make sure there's no flats or anything like that. The strobe lights.
Yeah, the fuel level with. Do you check the fuel level with the cup under the wing? Yeah, using the.
Yep, under the wing. Yeah.
Technique. Yep.
I believe on this model, it's actually on the top of the wing here. It's usually on the left side and the right side, because obviously there's two fuel tanks. They are kept inside the wing. Now what you're gonna do? Bear with me. Just have a check of that. Make sure everything's in place there. Yep. That's all good.
Sound resumed.
You want to check underneath here as well. Make sure your oil pressure's okay. Yeah, that's all good. Okay. So, fuel levels. You want to say checked?
Checked. Fuel levels are checked.
Okay, so now we get to his pre-flight engine startup and before taxi checklist. So what you want to do is I'll go get in the co-pilot seat. If you want to in the pilot seat, make sure the engine is off when we start to do the fuel muscle. You inside and make sure that engine is off. Perfect. Beautiful. Okay. So, what we'll do now, we'll do the engine condition, make sure that you've checked the oil pressure, make sure you check the fuel pumps and whatnot, make sure they're actually in. When I say that, I mean make sure the fuel pumps, the handle, the red knob at the end, make sure that's pushed all the way in to make sure the fuel's
box is going a bit muffled.
Ah, I see. No worries. Is that any better?
Oh yeah, that's much better.
Okay. Make sure the fuel mixture is rich. Now that's push the red knob all the way in. So engine engine's all good. Make sure its
Yep.
taxi lights are on. Do you want to flex
Engine
your
distance
H
check.
muscle?
Yep, taxi lights are on.
Beautiful. And there's control surfaces. So what we'll do now, if you just want to check the ailerons, so we'll do bank left.
I think I've got to fire up the engine for that to.
Oh, do you have to fire up the engine for that?
Oh no, there we go.
Right, no
It's
worries.
kicked into life.
There you go. Make sure you bring them back to a neutral position.
Yep.
Neutral, and then a right back. Beautiful. Neutral. Okay. So let's test those elevators. We'll do an up. Yep. Neutral. And down. Beautiful and neutral. As rudder. Yeah, so stay front. There we go, beautiful.
There you go. That's all
Neutral.
working fine.
So, control surfaces,
Working checked.
check. Alright, here. Let's start this engine up then. So before we do, you open your door and you shout clear. Or not, that's fine as well. Make sure you get that door
Clear.
open and shout. Yep. Clear. Okay. Now, since it's on, we want to make sure that radios are working. So I'm just going to do a quick test to ground control and make sure that we have clearance for taxi.
Alright.
Do you want a specific?
Sorry, your voice box cut out.
Do you want a specific call sign? Because usually it's
Oh,
Foxtrot
sorry.
Sierra for flight school.
I'll just use the one on the back of the plane here. It's nice and easy to remember.
What is it?
Lima Sierra 342.
Lima Sierra 342. Okay, Lima Sierra 342, cleared for taxi rear. We're going to be taxiing on 14E, cleared. Yes, received. Lima Sierra 342. So, we'll be taxiing, like I said, 14E, just to his left here. You can bring it back a little bit and then take a left.
I guess your pre-flight checks didn't quite go to plan.
Yeah.
I was recording that as well.
Right, don't worry. It is a genuine bug, and it keeps happening to us, and it's really annoying. As soon as we pull out of a plane, it either catches fire and then explodes, or it just explodes, and I've no idea why. Oh, there
Okay,
it is.
no worries.
I reckon that'll buff out with a bit of teacup.
That'll buff out.
Bit of turtle whack.
Don't know why, it just does it. Yeah,
I thought you
usually
told-
just.
I thought you
Go on.
told me the flight school has enough money to buy these and keep them maintained.
We do. I mean, like I said, they are the older sister, so they could combust at any moment. You just want to do a quick U-turn. I think. Do you know what I think it is? It's when we start messing around with that menu to turn the engine on and off. It's weird. Anyway, let's get back to it. So we are taxiing on 14E. We'll be going all the way to the end. We'll use the front way. Usually we wouldn't. But it is a flight school. You want to watch this plane? Just take a right slowly. Yeah, there you go.
All the way to the end, yeah?
All the way to the end. So when you are taxiing, the maximum speed that you can taxi is,
20 miles an hour.
do you know? Usually 20 knots, yeah, but we'll say for this flight we will be saying miles an hour. We're not going to be doing the conversion rate too much. We will be saying 80 knots at about 59 to 57 because it's somewhere around there. Conversion rate is knots is 1 mile an hour is 1.15 knots or something. So it's probably higher. It's about 60 something, 70. Okay, we're just going to hold short here. We'll contact ATC and ask for clearance for takeoff. Lima Sierra 342, contact tower. Yep, Lima Sierra 342, clear for takeoff. Currently heading 32. Want to make sure that everything's clear out there. Thank you very much, ATC. Yep, yeah, we are clear for takeoff. Just make sure that you're heading 32. There's no need to worry about where that is. I'll tell you exactly where we're going. As you can see, the runway is runway 30, therefore we're heading of 30, and whatnot. What I do suggest that you do is get off the middle line. Usually I won't tell you this, but entirely because of these lights. These lights are quite large and expect a lot bigger planes, not just a little test plane like we're wearing.
Oh, yeah.
So whenever you're ready, we'll call clear for takeoff. What we will be doing is making sure that the brakes are checked, prop is checked, landing lights are on, runway clear. I've just cleared that up with ATC, and we've got his emergency briefing. Now the emergency briefing, if anything should go wrong, I will be taking over controls to an extent, metaphorically, but in that case I will be directing you to land immediately and safely as possible. Okay?
Yep, no worries. Sounds good.
Beautiful. Okay, we are cleared for takeoff whenever you're ready.
Alright, just getting up the flight plan. Give me 2 seconds.
No worries. I'll call
Right.
you V1s and whatnot. So V1 is when you should let go of the thrust. V1 is the non-back down stage, necessarily. Once we pick V1 and we have some sort of engine problem, we have to commit to the actual takeoff. But in this plane, probably not, because the V1's quite short. Once we've hit as VR, which is commonly known as rotate, that means you've started to lift your front wheel up. I'll call that once you should lift up, and then I'll say positive rate of climb, or positive rate, and then gear up, and you'll put your gear up.
Alright, sounds good.
Good, good. Alright, when you're ready. $80 knots. V1. Rotate. Positive rate gear up. Beautiful. Let's keep that pitch. Perfect angle there. Alright, let's start as bank right very, very slowly. We want to make sure that we move too far away. So let's bank right. That's left. There you go. Alright, let's straighten up there and get some climb going. So let's check his speed. We are running quite low on the speed there. Let's make sure that we've got full thrust here.
Giving it all she's got.
Yep, no worries. Alright, so we are currently at an altitude of 2,000 climbing. What we want to be aiming for is about 3,000 to 3.5 thousand. So 2.4. 2.6 now. Let's keep this climb going. Beautiful climb. We'll go to about 3.2. We are currently at 3,000 feet at this moment in time, but we will be making a manoeuvre shortly, so let's bank right now, and let's level off here. Perfect. Okay. So once we've done this bank right, we'll straighten up and then we'll come over. There we go, about there. That'll do. Okay, so the manoeuvre, like I said, is the holding manoeuvre. It's like an oval shape. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna go bank left first, then we're gonna go straight for a few seconds, and then we're gonna bank left straight for a half, half the time of the first straight, and then bank left again, straight, and whatnot. Straight. I'll tell you when to start. And bank. Just there. And bank. Want to make sure that we do get that correct oval shape. It's always good to have a good holding position, because if not, and your holding position is quite sloppy, it can interrupt other flights and whatnot.
Understood.
There we go. Let's try drop his altitude a little bit. I think we are climbing. There we go. Perfect. That'll do. That'll do. Okay, well, we'll be continuing with one more holding, just to make sure that we've got it clear. So, take a left. Going, keep that left going. Keep that left going. Let's get that straight. Perfect there. Wait seconds. And let's get that left bank. Perfect. Alright, perfect. Yep, I'm happy with that. There you go.
Are we heading back to Zancudo, or are we doing a touch
Yeah,
and go
yeah.
at Sandy?
No, we'll be doing to touch and go at Sancuda. I think this is all we've got time for today. Continuous landing. Now this landing, let's try and get a bit more in form, shall we? Here. So let's pull around to the left. Let's get a left bank. We will continue after. with that runway. Well, I'm going to have this gentleman's lesson. It is only a 3V lesson, so it won't take too long. And then we can continue with your second path, and then continue with your theory. Let's cut this bank in half, shall we? Passenger comfort is first. Let's keep her straight. Keep her straight, keep her straight. And then what we're going to do... Keep tucking. Keep this bank, keep this bank, keep this bank. And then right bank to counteract, and let's drop some altitude. Okay, gear down. And let's pull back on that throttle, shall we? Not too hard. Just enough that we don't stall. We want to be aiming for about 60. What the fuck? Bit of traffic there to his left. Yeah, sorry about that. Aiming for about 70 mile an hour touchdown, which is perfect. Let's keep that nose steady. And pull back, all brakes now. There you go, perfect landing. Good, good, good. Let's keep going down the runway. We'll be taxiing off shortly to the right. I love that. Looking to your left, seeing those Bezras in training. Once you've got your CPL, that is what we'll be training in. There'll be two of us, obviously. Possibly a third. So you'll be following, you in the middle, and I'll be instructing, or training Captain Ribster will be behind. Either or, there probably will be three of us altogether.
Sounds good.